just watched Tony Sotomayor's video on the babysitter in New York who, wow, abused and raped and murdered a toddler for a weekend that was left in her care from with her mother. From the mother left this baby in this murderer's care. And while watching this video, I became, oh my God, overwhelmed with emotion because it's sad. It's really sad. And I get really tired of hearing news like this because something's got to give. We've got to protect our children, you know, and we need to protect our wombs, okay? Why are these people having these children? Every day it's people are having more and more children, and they're not able to protect them. They're not able to care for them. They don't have the mental stability to have children, and no one says anything about it. We don't say anything. We support it and glorify it and go to their baby showers and shit. And it's like, why are we continuing to have these children and not protect them? And sorry, I'm not gonna cry. We cannot continue to allow people to have these children and that are not ready for them, that cannot take care of them, that shouldn't have children, because hurt people are just continuing to hurt people. These predators are having babies and making them their victims, because they're hurt and they have issues. And it's like, I'm sorry, these stories bring me to tears. It's my own mother, for example, where, it's like, why would you have a child with a man who's beating your ass, a sadistic man who later inflicted pain on his children, we got to do something, ladies. I mean, what is going on? Like my dad's wife had the child care, and he would bring the baby up into his room and inflict pain on one particular child, okay, a 9-month baby. People are allowing this shit to go on. Why are people? It took me 3 times to get my driver's license, but I could go into a fucking hospital, be pregnant, and birth a child, and they would just sit at home with me, no questions asked, okay? And people have asked me, oh, when you having babies, when you having children? Why the fuck would anyone even suggest that I have a child? Okay, you don't know what's going on up here. Even with all the work that I've done on myself and healed so much, but before today, people have suggested that I have kids, and that's the kind of shit that worries me, that our children are being just born and not protected. We've got to protect our children, I try not to read these stories because they really get me upset, but I know that it's only because I've got to be the voice, especially being an abuse survivor, I've got to take a stand, and that's why these messages keep coming at me the way that they do, that's why that I feel the way that I do. But if you know anyone who should not have a child, who's pregnant and early along in their pregnancy, please do not, suggest that they have these children, that things are going to work out and that Jesus is going to save them and shit like that, because it's all bullshit. People need help, okay, before they need healing, before they just have children. It's crazy that we're able to just have children all willy-nilly. Like, I can't. I really don't know, but we've got to stop this. We've got to. Please stop. Please, and don't get pregnant and carry the pregnancy to full term and then give the baby up for adoption, because you don't know what kind of children, what kind of, parents that your child is going to be placed with. please, we gotta do better. Wrap it up, use condoms, please. But if you do get pregnant and it's too late, don't think that that's the only way out. Because Jesus is not gonna come and he's not gonna save you and he's not gonna save your, fix your thoughts and shit. You're gonna fucking inflict pain onto your child. So please stop. I don't even know if this message makes any sense because it's filled with so much emotion that I'm all over the place. But I know that this is my wake up call for me to really get out there and take a stance and speak up for these children because it's obviously no one else is gonna fucking do it.